Imagine having legs that feel powerful, stable, and energized when you get up each morning. No more unexpected cramps during the night. Eliminate the sensation that your legs aren't strong enough to sustain you. Most significantly, you won't have to worry about becoming less mobile as you get older. Listen carefully because what I'm about to share could completely alter your life if you've ever experienced leg cramps or that annoying weakness in your leg. Most individuals don't realize that proper diet affects your leg strength, range of motion, and even independence. And now, I'll show you the 7 most potent vitamins and minerals that help improve circulation, strengthen your muscles, and safeguard your bones. This movie is for you if you enjoy taking walks in the park, dancing to your favorite music, or just wanting to maintain your independence. Tell me where you're coming from today before we get started. Please leave a remark below. Additionally, don't hesitate to ask questions if you have any as you go. Let's get going now. Number 1. Vitamin D, the foundation of strong legs. Let me ask you something. Do your legs ever feel weak, like they just don't have the strength they used to? Maybe you've noticed that standing for long periods tires you out faster than before. Or perhaps climbing stairs feels like a challenge, even when it never used to be. If that sounds familiar, you could be dealing with something more serious than just aging. This weakness could be a warning sign of vitamin deficiency, and you wouldn't be alone. It's more common than you think, especially as we get older. Here's why this happens. Our bodies naturally produce vitamin D when exposed to sunlight, but as we age, this ability decreases. On top of that, many of us aren't getting enough sun exposure due to modern indoor lifestyles, colder weather, or concerns about skin damage. The result? A silent but dangerous vitamin deficiency that slowly weakens your muscles and bones without you even realizing it. And this isn't just about feeling tired or sluggish. A lack of vitamin D can lead to muscle weakness, balance problems, and an increased risk of falls. And as you probably know, a fall at an older age can change everything. Fractures, hospital stays, long recovery periods. Things that could have been avoided with the right nutrition. But that's just the beginning. Vitamin D is essential for your muscles to function properly. It plays a key role in protein synthesis, neuromuscular communication, and muscle contraction. In simple terms, it helps your muscles move, react, and stay coordinated. And here's the scary part. When your body doesn't get enough vitamin D, your fast-twitch muscle fibers, the ones responsible for quick reflexes and sudden movements, start to weaken. That means if you trip or stumble, your body won't react as fast to catch you, increasing your chances of falling. But that's not all. Vitamin D is also critical for bone health because it helps your body absorb calcium. Without enough vitamin D, your bones become weak and brittle, increasing your risk of fractures, osteoporosis, and mobility issues. Studies have even linked vitamin deficiency to an increased risk of heart disease, cognitive decline, and weakened immunity. So how can you make sure you're getting enough? First, the best natural source of vitamin D is sunlight. Just 15 to 30 minutes of daily sun exposure on bare skin, like your arms or legs, can help your body produce enough. But if you live in a colder climate, have darker skin, or spend most of your time indoors, this might not be enough. Second, focus on eating vitamin D-rich foods. Some of the best sources include fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, egg yolks, fortified dairy products, and mushrooms. Adding these to your diet can help boost your vitamin D levels naturally. And finally, if you're still not getting enough, you might need a vitamin D supplement. Experts generally recommend 800 to 1000 IU per day for older adults, but it's always a good idea to consult your doctor to find the right dosage for you. Getting enough vitamin D is the first step toward stronger, healthier legs. But strong bones and muscles need more than just vitamin D. Let's talk about another crucial mineral that works hand in hand with it: calcium. Number 2. Calcium, bone and muscle support. Think calcium is just for your bones? Think again. Every single time you take a step, stand up from a chair, or even flex your foot, calcium is playing a crucial role behind the scenes. It's not just about bone strength. Calcium is essential for muscle contractions, nerve function, and overall mobility. But here's the alarming part. As we age, our bones lose calcium at a faster rate. This means they become weaker, more fragile, and highly prone to fractures. That's why hip fractures and stress fractures are so common in seniors. And once a major fracture happens, recovery can be extremely difficult, sometimes even life-changing. But it doesn't stop there. Calcium deficiency can also lead to muscle cramps, weakness, and instability. If your legs have ever felt shaky, heavy, or unsteady, low calcium levels might be to blame. You see, calcium is responsible for triggering muscle contractions. Without it, your muscles struggle to function properly. This can make it harder to move, walk, or even stand for long periods. And let's talk about something even more concerning. When your body doesn't get enough calcium, it starts stealing it from your bones. That's right. If your blood calcium levels drop too low, your body pulls calcium from your bones to keep your muscles and nerves functioning. And over time, this weakens your skeletal structure, leading to osteoporosis, a silent disease that makes your bones so brittle that even a small fall can cause a serious break. So what's the solution? To keep both your bones and muscles strong, you must get enough calcium daily. And the best way to do that? Through your diet. Some of the richest calcium sources include dairy products like milk, cheese, and yogurt, leafy greens like spinach, kale, and collard greens, nuts and seeds, especially almonds and sesame seeds, fortified plant-based milk and cereals for those who don't consume dairy, sardines and salmon with bones, which provide natural calcium along with healthy omega-3s. But here's something most people overlook. Calcium doesn't work alone. Your body can't properly absorb it without vitamin D. That means if you're not getting enough vitamin D, all that calcium you're consuming might not be doing much good. That's why it's critical to make sure you're getting both nutrients together. And there's something else you need to know. Not all calcium supplements are created equal. If your diet isn't providing enough, a supplement might help, but it's important to choose wisely. Too much calcium, especially from supplements, can lead to kidney stones, digestive issues, and even calcification in your arteries. That's why it's crucial to consult a doctor before adding high-dose calcium supplements to your routine. Another factor that helps? Weight-bearing exercise. Walking, jogging, dancing, and resistance training help strengthen bones by stimulating calcium absorption. When you engage in weight-bearing activities, your body responds by reinforcing bone density, making them more resilient and less prone to fractures. So if you want to keep your legs strong, mobile, and free from painful cramps, calcium isn't optional. It's essential. And now, let's move on to something just as important, because strong legs aren't just about muscles and bones. Your nerves play a critical role too. Number 3. Vitamin B12, nerve health and muscle control. Have you ever felt a strange tingling in your legs? Maybe a numbness that makes them feel disconnected from the rest of your body? Or perhaps your legs have felt unusually heavy, as if you're dragging extra weight with every step? If any of that sounds familiar, your body might be desperately asking for more vitamin B12. And here's why this is so serious. Vitamin B12 isn't just any vitamin. It's one of the most essential nutrients for nerve function, muscle control, and energy production. It plays a key role in neuromuscular communication, which means it helps your brain send signals to your muscles. Without it, your legs can feel weak, unsteady, and sluggish. But the real danger? A long-term B12 deficiency can cause irreversible nerve damage. That's right. If your body lacks enough B12 for too long, it doesn't just make your legs feel weak. It can actually damage the nerves responsible for movement and coordination. This can lead to severe instability, difficulty walking, and even loss of mobility over time. And here's the shocking truth. B12 deficiency is extremely common in older adults. It's not because they aren't eating enough of it, but because their bodies can't absorb it properly. As we age, our stomach produces less acid, which is needed to extract B12 from food. On top of that, certain medications, digestive disorders, and plant-based diets can make it even harder to get enough. Here's something most people don't realize: even if you're eating enough B12, your body might not be using it effectively. Medications for acid reflux, diabetes, like metformin, and even excessive alcohol consumption can interfere with B12 absorption. If you've been on these medications for years, you could be silently developing a deficiency without even knowing it. So what happens if your body doesn't get enough B12? The symptoms start small, maybe some occasional numbness in your feet or a little weakness in your legs. You might notice fatigue, dizziness, or even memory problems. But over time, the nerve damage gets worse. The tingling turns into persistent burning or stabbing pain in your legs. Your balance becomes unstable. Your legs don't move the way they should, making walking difficult and even dangerous. And if left untreated, this damage can become permanent. The good news? You can reverse it if you catch it in time. Here's how you can restore your B12 levels and protect your legs. Eat more animal-based foods like lean meats, fish, especially salmon and tuna, eggs, and dairy products. These are some of the best natural sources of B12. If you're on a plant-based diet, look for B12 fortified foods like cereals, plant-based milk, and nutritional yeast. Consider a supplement, especially if you're over 50, have digestive issues, or take medications that reduce stomach acid. A daily B12 supplement can help prevent deficiency and keep your nerves healthy. In more severe cases, doctors may recommend B12 injections. These are especially useful for people who have trouble absorbing B12 from food and supplement. One important thing to remember: B12 deficiency doesn't happen overnight. It takes months, sometimes years, for the symptoms to appear. So if you're experiencing numbness, weakness, or balance problems, don't wait. Get your B12 levels checked, because once nerve damage occurs, it's permanent. And prevention is always easier than treatment. Now let's move on to something just as important: a powerful mineral that can help prevent painful muscle cramps and restless legs. Number 4. Magnesium, the muscle relaxer. Have you ever been jolted awake by a sudden, painful leg cramp in the middle of the night? Or maybe you felt an uncomfortable tightness in your legs that just won't seem to go away. If this sounds familiar, there's a good chance you're low on magnesium. And here's why that's a big deal. Magnesium is one of the most important minerals for muscle function. It works behind the scenes to keep your muscles relaxed. Without enough of it, your muscles stay tight, tense, and prone to painful spasms. That's why a magnesium deficiency is often linked to frequent leg cramps, restless leg syndrome, and even muscle fatigue. But there's something even more concerning: magnesium isn't just about muscle relaxation. It also plays a crucial role in bone health, joint flexibility, and nerve function. If your body doesn't have enough magnesium, your bones can become weak, your joints stiff, and your movements more difficult. And as we age, magnesium levels tend to drop. Why? Because magnesium is depleted by stress, poor diet, certain medications, like diuretics and acid reducers, and even excessive caffeine or alcohol consumption. If you're not actively replenishing it, your muscles and bones will suffer silently, until the symptoms become impossible to ignore. So how do you know if you're low on magnesium? If you experience frequent muscle cramps, restless legs, tight or stiff muscles, unexplained fatigue, or tingling in your legs and feet, your body might be warning you that it needs more magnesium. The good news? You can fix this quickly and naturally. The best way to increase your magnesium levels is through food. Some of the richest sources of magnesium include nut, seed, leafy greens, whole grains, beans, dark chocolate, almonds, cashews, pumpkin seeds, spinach, quinoa, and brown rice are excellent choices. However, if you're still struggling with muscle cramps despite eating a magnesium-rich diet, a supplement might help. Magnesium citrate or magnesium glycinate are highly absorbable forms that aid in muscle relaxation and sleep. But avoid magnesium oxide. It's poorly absorbed and can cause digestive discomfort. Hydration is another key factor. Magnesium works together with potassium and calcium to regulate muscle contractions. So dehydration can make the problem worse. If your cramps seem to be triggered by intense exercise or sweating, make sure you're drinking enough water and replenishing lost minerals. Stress is another silent magnesium thief. When you're under stress, your body rapidly burns through magnesium stores. That's why reducing stress, limiting caffeine, and getting enough sleep can make a noticeable difference in muscle relaxation. Magnesium deficiency is more common than most people realize, and if left untreated, it can lead to chronic muscle pain, stiffness, and even bone loss. But the solution is simple. By increasing your magnesium intake, staying hydrated, and managing stress, you can prevent painful leg cramps and improve muscle function. If you've been suffering from frequent cramps, restless legs, or unexplained muscle tightness, don't ignore the signs. Boosting your magnesium levels might be the key to stronger, healthier legs. But magnesium isn't the only mineral your muscles rely on. There's another powerful electrolyte that plays a crucial role in preventing muscle cramps, boosting nerve function, and keeping your legs strong. Let's talk about it next. Number 5. Potassium, the muscle and bone balancer. Ever felt your legs trembling, stiff, or just too weak to lift? A feeling like your muscles don't have the energy they used to? That could be a classic sign of low potassium, and it's more common than most people think. Potassium is an essential electrolyte that plays a critical role in muscle contractions, nerve function, and maintaining fluid balance in your body. Every time you move, whether it's walking, standing, or even just flexing your toes, potassium is working behind the scenes to make sure your muscles contract and relax smoothly. Without enough potassium, your muscles can't function properly. They may become weak, cramp up unexpectedly, or feel stiff and sluggish. And it's not just your muscles. Potassium is also crucial for your bones. It helps prevent calcium loss, which means stronger, healthier bones that are less likely to break or develop osteoporosis as you age. But here's where things get tricky. Your body can't produce potassium on its own. You have to get it from food. And if you're not eating enough potassium-rich foods, or if you're losing too much potassium due to dehydration, excessive sweating, or certain medications, like diuretics, your muscles and bones will suffer. So how do you know if you're low on potassium? If you're experiencing frequent leg cramps, muscle weakness, twitching, stiffness, or even heart palpitations, it could be a warning sign. Low potassium levels can also cause fatigue, dizziness, and an irregular heartbeat, which is why it's so important to maintain the right balance. The best way to restore your potassium levels? Food. Some of the most potassium-rich foods include bananas, sweet potatoes, avocados, spinach, oranges, white beans, yogurt. These foods provide a natural, balanced source of potassium without the risks that come with supplements. Because here's the thing, too much potassium, especially from supplements, can be dangerous, particularly if you have kidney issues. Since your kidneys are responsible for filtering out excess potassium, any imbalance can lead to serious health problems, including irregular heart rhythms and muscle paralysis. That's why it's always best to focus on getting your potassium from natural sources, unless recommended by a doctor. Hydration also plays a huge role in maintaining the right potassium levels. When you're dehydrated, your body loses electrolytes faster, making potassium deficiency even worse. So make sure you're drinking enough water, especially if you're sweating a lot or taking medications that increase potassium loss. Potassium is one of the most overlooked minerals when it comes to leg strength, muscle function, and bone health. But without enough of it, you'll feel weaker, more fatigued, and more prone to muscle cramps and stiffness. So if your legs have been feeling tired, shaky, or just not as strong as they used to be, it's time to pay attention to your potassium levels. Eating more potassium-rich foods, staying hydrated, and being mindful of medications that might deplete your potassium can make a huge difference in how strong and stable your legs feel. But potassium isn't the only nutrient that keeps your bones and muscles strong. There's another powerful vitamin that ensures calcium goes exactly where it's needed. Let's talk about it next. Number 6. Vitamin K, the bone and joint protector. Did you know that without enough vitamin K, calcium can end up in the wrong places? That's right. Instead of strengthening your bones, calcium can start building up in your arteries and soft tissues, leading to stiffness, poor circulation, and an increased risk of heart disease. This process, known as vascular calcification, is one of the biggest hidden dangers of a vitamin K deficiency. Vitamin K acts as a calcium director. It tells calcium exactly where to go, ensuring it reaches your bones and joints instead of your blood vessels. Without enough vitamin K, your bones become weak, your joints stiffen, and your risk of fractures increases. But here's something even more alarming. Low vitamin K levels are often overlooked because deficiency symptoms aren't always obvious, until bone loss, joint pain, or circulatory issues become a serious problem. Studies have shown that vitamin K plays a crucial role in bone density, joint flexibility, and even cartilage repair. So who's at risk for vitamin K deficiency? Anyone who doesn't eat enough vitamin K-rich foods, but especially older adults, people with digestive issues like Crohn's or celiac disease, those taking long-term antibiotics or blood-thinning medications. If you're low on vitamin K, you might notice joint stiffness or pain that worsens over time, easy bruising or slow wound healing, poor bone health, making fractures more likely, circulation issues like cold or numb feet due to calcified arteries. The good news? Fixing a vitamin K deficiency is simple and natural. One of the best ways to increase your intake is by eating more leafy greens like kale, spinach, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts. These vegetables are loaded with vitamin K1, which helps with blood clotting and circulation. But for bone and joint health, you need vitamin K2, which is found in fermented foods like natto, cheese, and sauerkraut, as well as in grass-fed meats and egg yolk. Vitamin K2 is the form that directs calcium into your bones and keeps your arteries clear. There's just one important thing to keep in mind. If you're on blood-thinning medications like warfarin, you need to talk to your doctor before increasing your vitamin K intake. Since vitamin K plays a role in blood clotting, sudden changes in your diet could affect your medication's effectiveness. But for most people, getting enough vitamin K is one of the best things you can do to keep your bones strong, your joints flexible, and your arteries clear. It's a silent protector that works in the background until you don't have enough of it. And that brings us to one last powerful vitamin, one that plays a crucial role in muscle recovery, nerve repair, and keeping your legs strong for life. Let's talk about it next. Number 7. Vitamin B6, the muscle and nerve repair vitamin. Have you ever felt unsteady on your feet? Maybe your legs feel weak, shaky, or fatigued, even when you haven't done anything strenuous. This could be a sign that your body isn't getting enough vitamin B6. Vitamin B6 is a key player in keeping your muscles and nerves healthy. It's responsible for nerve communication, muscle repair, red blood cell production, all of which are essential for strong, energized legs. But here's why B6 is even more important than most people realize. Your nerves and muscles work together in a complex system. Every movement, whether it's standing, walking, or even wiggling your toes, requires nerves to send signals to your muscles. If your body is low on vitamin B6, these signals can become slower, weaker, or even disrupted, leading to unsteady movement, poor coordination, and muscle fatigue. And that's not all. Vitamin B6 also helps with protein metabolism, which is essential for muscle recovery and repair. If your legs feel tired, sore, or weak for no apparent reason, your muscles may not be recovering properly, a clear sign you need more B6. But the real problem? B6 deficiency is easy to miss. Unlike other deficiencies that cause sharp pain or immediate discomfort, low B6 levels can develop gradually, causing subtle symptoms like muscle weakness, tingling, poor balance, even mood changes. So how can you tell if your body needs more vitamin B6? Watch out for these warning signs. Leg weakness or instability that makes walking feel harder than usual. Frequent muscle fatigue or soreness, even without exercise. Numbness, tingling, or a pins and needles sensation in your legs or feet. Cramping or muscle twitching, especially at night. Low energy and poor stamina, making even simple activities feel tiring. The good news: vitamin B6 is easy to get if you know where to find it. One of the best ways to boost your B6 levels is through food. Some of the richest sources include poultry, fish, bananas, potatoes, chickpeas. These foods provide natural, highly absorbable B6 that your body can use right away. But here's something to keep in mind. Your body doesn't store B6 for long periods, which means you need to get it daily. If your diet lacks B6-rich foods, or if you have certain medical conditions like kidney disease or liver issues that affect absorption, you might need a B6 supplement to keep your levels up. However, be careful with high doses. While a moderate amount of B6 is essential for muscle and nerve function, too much from supplements can cause nerve problems over time. Always stick to recommended amounts and focus on food-based sources whenever possible. And just like that, we've uncovered the 7 essential vitamins and minerals your legs need to stay strong, flexible, and energized. Each one: vitamin D, calcium, vitamin B12, magnesium, potassium, vitamin K, and vitamin B6, plays a unique role in muscle strength, bone health, nerve function, circulation. If you've been dealing with weakness, cramps, stiffness, or poor mobility, now you know exactly what to do. Start making small changes in your diet. Get the right nutrient, and give your legs the support they need to keep you moving stronger than ever. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and tell me in the comments, which of these vitamins are you already getting? Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest health tips and insight. Stay informed, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.